Magnus Carlsen streamed for over 6 hours on Twitch. In that stream, he played a memorable game against the Brazilian Luis Saolo Supi, and you'll see why shortly. Let's check out this amazing game. First up, a player introduction. Luis Saolo Supi. He's Brazilian number 2. He's 23 years old. FIDE rating 2572. Carlsen is 29 years old. He's Norwegian and world number 1 with a rating of 2863. Supi has white, Carlsen has black. This was a blitz game. The game began e4, d5. We have the Scandinavian defense. The center counter. And after take, queen takes d5. Knight f3. More common is knight c3. Why? Because you move the knight and you're attacking the queen straight away. But Supi goes for knight f3 and then maybe later he will go for knight c3. Bishop g4, pinning the knight, and now bishop e2. And after knight c6, white has some options. He can go d4, c4, he can castle. But in this game, Supi opted for quick development with knight c3. Queen goes back to d7 because this bishop is no longer on the c8 square. Normally, the queen can go back to d6. I just want to show you one idea. Queen d6 or queen d7, in these type of center counter position, white always has this chance of just throwing the b pawn, and this move is especially effective in blitz games. Because no matter how black recaptures with the knight or the queen, you can go rook b1, and it's very interesting. You get some very quick attacking chess. Back to the game, knight c3 played, queen back to d7, and now h3. Putting the decision to the bishop. Do you want to go back to f5 or you want to go back to h5? But Carlsen decides to get rid of the bishop pair. He takes, and now castles. Now why did he just give up the bishop pair? Because the knight can go to d4. Also, it is very difficult for white to free his position with d4. So white might have to go d3 in the future. Back to the game, castle played, and castle as well, and knight d4. This knight is such a monster. It looks like it can get further support with e5. So Supi tries to get rid of this knight, and he does so effectively with a4, planning knight b5. So a4 is a great move from the Brazilian. King b8. Just want to mention, if a6, then you can go b4. I already talked about this idea. Now that black's pawn is on a6, b4 is even more effective to go b5 to attack the pawn chain. That's why in the game, after a4, Carlsen chose king b8. Knight b5. And now knight takes f3 check, getting rid of this bishop. You do not want to play knight takes b5, you are just inviting white to checkmate you after a takes b5. The rook is now in the game, attacking the a7 pawn. If you go queen takes pawn, then rook a3. You attack the a7, but you plan to switch over with rook b3. Also, this bishop can get in the game. You can play d3, and then this bishop can go to e3 or to c4. So after knight b5, Carlsen traded off the bishop. Queen takes f3, and now a6. Kicking the knight away. Or so Carlsen thought. Supi now goes for c4, which is a huge decision. Possible is actually to go knight back to a3 and then knight to c4. From here, the knight has potential. Maybe it can even go to e5, supported with a pawn to d4. But in the game, Supi played c4 and Carlsen didn't take. He played e5, which looks good. Taking on b5 looks risky. The bishop on f8 now controls the a3 square. I just want to have a look what happens if you grab this risky knight after a b5. White's plan is simple. Let's just swing the queen over to the queen side and give checkmate. But black can block with queen d3, stopping the transfer. If queen takes f7, knight f6, well, the queen is on the wrong side of the board. This looks like a great variation for Carlsen. So after c4, he went e5. But this gives Supi a chance to break through in the center with d4. Carlsen now takes in the center and bishop f4. White's pieces are coming into the attack so quickly. Now Carlsen blunders with A takes B5 because he thought he could defend. So I want to show Carlsen's idea very shortly because it just looks so dangerous. Why would he even take the knight now? White's pieces are now even more in the game. This bishop was here. This rook can swing over to the other side. So Carlsen took, and now Supi took back. Bishop d6 is Carlsen's plan, and here rook a2 was played by Supi, planning to swing the rook to a1, and then it'll be checkmate soon. Now bishop d6, Carlsen may have been thinking he can defend, because this is the idea. If you take, then queen takes d6, and the queen is stopping queen a3. But just because bishop d6 is played doesn't mean Supi has to take it. So here he played rook a2, a simple move, just doubling rooks. I want to look at c5 because this is an absolutely shocking move which wins on the spot. What is the point of this? Bishop takes c5 is possible. If bishop f4, then you go queen a3. And you cannot stop checkmate. If you go c6, then queen a8 check, king c7, and then b6. Yeah, gotta just be a bit careful. After c6, you don't go b6 because black can actually go king c8, and after check, bishop b8. So after c5, bishop takes c5, now b6. Forcing the bishop away to b6, and then you swing the queen over, and that's it. The black king cannot escape. So c5 was a winning shot. However, rook a2 also wins. Queen f5. Carlsen is thinking, as he mentioned on the stream, that his king can escape. But Supi just doubles. King c8 played. Pause the video to find the best move. How does white win? Straight away. I'll give you 5 seconds. Notice the black king has to escape. So if you play check, it does escape. And there's no good move for white. So you need to stop that escape no matter what. So it's okay to give up your queen. After this amazing move queen c6, there is no way through. What a brilliant game by Supi. And after this move, Carlsen was just in shock. He was just saying, wow. Wow. On the Twitch stream. And he just resigned because there's no way out. If you take, you just take. And there's no good move to stop rook a8 mate. Game over. Check out one video here and another video here. If you enjoyed the show, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel at the same time. Don't forget to hit that bell to get notified each time I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching.